The funniest thing, I hated Python coming in.
Do you still use Python?
I do.
See?
Like almost every day. Any task I want to do, I'm thinking of it through Python instead of Excel, even if I can probably do it through Excel.
You will be able to handle any kind of data. We're infusing the newest technologies. We're infusing LLMs. We're infusing Gen AI. We're allowing you to have conversational data analytics, meaning you're uploading and you're working and fine-tuning LLMs to be able to now come back and talk to your data as if it's another person, like a ChatGPT environment. You probably heard this in my class so many times, don't worry about the grades. And I think a lot of the students come in worrying about their grades, whereas, again, my philosophy is learn. And it's very apparent when you are learning. You yourself are coming from a journey where you do not have much of a technical background, and it was a bit of a surprise in terms of the intensity of the data or the learning process, and you did great. Because the focus is not to meet your grades versus the learning. And if learning means classroom learning, if it means networking, if it means tapping into these other resources, that is where I think you should kind of come into.
But I feel like the environment, the professors, like you and my classmates, like really made that journey possible. What is something that is kind of underrated, you think, when it comes to relationships with professors?
I think a lot of students don't recognize how helpful professors want to be. And I've been sort of surprised at, and I feel like if you just make that step and you have that conversation with your professor and you say, hey, listen, I'm thinking about this idea, or I have an issue, I'd like to speak to you about it, or just in my case, you can text me.
Yeah.
That's commonly for all my students.
For me, that kind of like fierce protection of students that really stood out to me. But I think it speaks to the safe environment. So you're not just like teaching a class in the abstract of like in this void of what you can do, and then after you go out into the real world, this is what you can. But you're allowing students to connect it to the previous experience and to what's happening like in the current, bringing the whole person to whether it's your career as a student, and how sometimes that comes with challenges.
If you're my student once, you're my student for life.
Right?
I mean, personally, it wasn't a moment in time. It was over time. It was saying when you first entered my class and sort of your background and where you were started with, and then your journey to where you are now. I think for me, the whole journey is a moment for me. And so that's, kind of seeing where you come to and how far you've come is what stood out to me.
For anyone who's considering furthering their education, I'd say do it. Take the leap of faith. You never lose anything on learning more